This is how to get 5 times more revenue with your info product, whether you're a coach or a service provider, whatever. So in this video, we'll go to how to act now, literally act now methods to get today new clients and upsells and make more money. And second of all, how to improve your whole business structure so you start scaling like a maniac. So first of all, you need to take a look at your report. So report, literally you need to build an insight of your profile. Look at your posting volume, inbound DMs, outbound DMs, analyze profile insights, quality control and proof and trust. Very important, you need to check your posting volume. If you're posting once in 3 days or once per day, that's not enough. If you're thinking you cannot do enough of your filming, enough of your whatever to make it look good, you can if you stay organized. So one of my clients came to me the other day and he was asking me, bro, how the hell I started personal branding 2 weeks ago. I have 500 followers and I'm getting so much inbound DMs, literally, like how the hell? And I told him, like, remember 2 weeks ago when we started, I told you that whenever you write a script for your video, you need to call out the pain points of your ideal customer in the first 3 to 4 seconds. And he was like, yeah. And I told him, like, the answer is in your videos, literally. Like every single video you post, by the way, he posts 3 times per day. 3 times per day, calling out your ideal customers will lead you to getting so many leads in your DMs that are actually qualified. And in 2 weeks, my bro got 500 followers on a totally new account. And you can do that too if you know how to position your words and if you know what to say. So if you don't post enough, start posting enough. Without ruining your quality, try to make it hygiened as possible. Don't make it look bad, but make it look good, but post as much as possible. Inbound DMs, need to check out who the hell writes you and who the hell sends you messages to know who are the people you deal with. If you don't get enough inbound DMs, you're clearly doing something wrong. Outbound DMs. If your seller is sending 10 messages per day, if your seller is not sending messages at all, outbound messages, you're doing something wrong. Your seller needs to at least send 100 outbound messages if you want to scale this month and make so much more revenue. So, analyzing your profile insights. Without this, I wouldn't find my worst problem I had on my profile. I wouldn't even know that problem exists. So without analyzing your profile insights, you won't see who is your audience looking at your content. So as you can see here, my followers here, I have 30K followers. 15% of them are United States, 12% India, 11% Serbia, 5% UK, 5% Germany. Literally like first world countries instead of Serbia and India. And when we take a look who views my content, it's all the Eastern European third world countries, Serbia, Bosnia, Croatia, India. Because I'm from Serbia, by the way, and my account was built in Serbia. And I didn't know that my content is literally being shown to people in Eastern Europe. And those people are not my ideal customers because I'm selling to the first world countries because I have a high ticket offer and people in Eastern Europe, most of them cannot pay for that. And when I realized this, I took a glimpse onto my story and I saw literally, even though I have so many first world countries following me, my stories were getting viewed by Eastern Europeans. And every story sequence that was on English and everything that I sold on my story sequence was being watched only by Eastern Europeans. And I was questioning myself, what the hell I was doing wrong with my content that I cannot get people from America to get my offer, like people from the UK to buy my coaching or whatever, like, and I was questioning myself. And when I took the look at the insights, who was watching my content and who were my followers, I realized that I was doing something wrong. And by the way, if you don't know who the hell watches your content and who the hell follows you, because those two, by the way, are 2 different worlds, you don't know anything about your profile and your followers and your audience. So you need to first of all take a look at this. So what also gets into this block of analyzing profile insights? It's also the link clicks, for example. So for the last month, I checked out my URL Genie for my link in bio, whether you have a VSL or a landing page or a funnel, something in your bio that leads people outside of your profile. You need to see how many people were clicking on that link. So in the last month, on 14th May, I had the most clicks ever on that link. And I was like, okay, what did I post that day? I go back to my content and saw that these 2 reels have been posted on 14th May and actually had the most views of all here, like 1,000, as you can see here, 5,000, 8,000. And because of that, I know what to post next. With this, you literally track how your content performs and what to post next on your profile. Literally, you see what works. And without this, you're literally blind. You need to track how many clicks did you got in the last month and what day was most clicked. So you can see which content was good to get you more clicks. And that's literally the easiest thing you can do. So go back and see the insights of your clicks and the insights of your video and literally copy the winning videos you had. So that also gets into the analyze profile insights. Next up, we have proof and trust. Proof and trust, very important. If you don't have enough trust, if you don't have enough client testimonials, you don't have clients. That's simple. You need to go with already existing clients or the clients you had before, ask them politely, can you record a testimonial for me, or hop on a Zoom meeting, or write at least a feedback through text or something so I can post that on the story so people believe me I can deliver them results. Very important. If you don't have enough testimonials, you don't have clients. Quality control. You need to control your quality of your stories and quality of your content. If you don't have quality in these two, you don't have leads. And leads are very important. So if you don't have stories that are very high quality and high quality content, you don't have money. So how to track story quality? Go back in your archive and see what stories perform the best. You need to track the views on those stories and the drop-off rate. So let's say, for example, this was my worst ever performing story sequence. The first story got 750 views, very unusual for a guy who has 30k followers. Then it was 14 stories long. Like I literally published 14 stories, bro. That's too much for a story sequence. The drop-off rate was 50%, nothing like I've ever seen before on my stories. And I realized that was the worst performing story ever. Then I applied the short story sequence method. I posted 3 stories here. I got 7 replies here, as you can see on the end. And all the 7 replies were booked calls that led to one-on-one coaching deals. And it was so fucking good because I had so much more views here. I cannot show it here because it was expired, but I had around 2k views on those stories and I converted much better. So golden tip, post short story sequences. Don't post 14 story sequences like me, like an idiot. So that's a story quality control. You need to see which stories perform the best and what works for you and your audience. Next up, quality of your content. You need to see, does your content look good and high quality and professional? I had a problem that I didn't have good looking content. I had so bad editing. I had different fonts in every single video. I had different backgrounds, different colors of the shirt in every single video. I didn't have a structure on my content to look good. It's not only looking good, you need to know what to say in that exact video. You don't need to just check that to-do list and just post that video. No, you need to structure that video exactly good to attract those people you want to target. So if you don't have good content quality or if you don't have good story quality, you don't have quality leads. And if you don't have that, go back. If bad, go back here on the report tab and literally go back to the all insights we have just gone through and take a pen and paper and write everything we discussed right here. When you get a clear picture of your profile, who are people watching your stuff, do you have enough testimonials, inbound DMs, outbound DMs, whatever, when you know that, you will know how to get better stories and better content quality. So if your story quality, content quality, and lead quality is good, you're already doing good. You're at least at 10k to 20k per month. So that's the point where you actually just scale. We'll go later on to scaling. So what are the act now methods to get yourself more money and more clients literally in a few days from now? So I did this, it paid off. I literally got so many clients in just a few days. I implemented these things. So first of all, you need to client upsell. If you have already existing clients, if you coach them, for example, your coaching lasts for 3 months. So if they're on the end of the coaching and if they don't want, let's say, to be coached anymore, just give them a done for you offer. Literally, you know your clients the best and you know what they actually need. So if your client, for example, needs a CRM system to track leads, to track everything in his business, you tell him, hey, okay, we are not doing coaching anymore. I have a good offer for you. I'll build you a whole backend system, the CRMs, everything, for $3,000. And he'll most probably say yes if he doesn't want to be coached anymore with you. And when you have that done for you offer set, when he pays you, you pay a guy to do that instead of you, so you don't waste time. You pay a guy $1,000 and you have $2,000 left for you, for example. So, but also, if they need coaching still, if they need something to implement in their business, recommend them the done with you offer to coach them more or whatever. So very important, client upsells. Referral offers, very, very important. Not many people know about this, but this is very crucial. So if you have your clients, go tell them, hey, I have this campaign running right now. If you bring me a new client, maybe your friend, maybe your family member or whoever, I'll pay for your ads until you get 2 more coaching deals or whatever your client is doing. So that's literally an example. You can make this an offer for an agency or whatever he does. So let's say if he brings somebody who will pay you $5,000 for your coaching, for example, you invest $1,000 to your existing client and bring him 2 more coaching deals with that amount of money. So that's very easy, very simple to get much more people into your coaching or whatever you sell as an info service seller. This is not that talked about, but very, very strong. You can get a lot of new clients if you make a referral campaign to your already existing clients. They can recommend you to a friend or a family member or a guy on the internet, and you will have more clients, and you will also give your client some good value and good quality out of that. So next up, meta ads. If you want to get clients right now, you can literally invest $10 per day to run your ads for 1 month and literally get more leads coming into your DMs. The setter will close them and you will have a lot of people into your funnel system. So first of all, if you didn't run any ads on your profile, run engagement ads, like top of funnel ads that bring new traffic, that gets shown to new people. So you get people watching your stuff, and after that, after some time, you do a retargeting campaign, engagement campaign with a bottom of funnel content that actually sells those people who were watching your content. And that's the easiest step how to get new clients with low spend in shortest amount of time. Next up, irresistible offer. Like I recently made a story that was literally crazy. I got so many booked calls. You will think I'm crazy. I'm doing a once in a lifetime event where you get me one-on-one guiding you on how to scale or start with content and make money online for free. And the book rate will be through the roof. You will book so many calls if you give something for free, for example, like give an irresistible offer. And by the way, the lead quality will be very poor, but if you convince them enough, they can buy your coaching or info product, whatever you sell. And that's how you get literally free leads through your story. I got so many responses on this story and I booked literally 1 coaching deal after this. So I had maybe like 20 responses, setters set them, and one of them actually paid for my coaching. And that's how you literally get free leads. Next up, text testimonials. If you have already existing clients, or already people who you were working with before, just tell them, hey, can you write me a text testimonial? Just send me a few highlights of your coaching with me or whatever you did for them. And they will literally make a short text like here. After 2 months of working with you, I finally have confidence in my social media content and right plan how to grow my social media. I definitely recommend your mentorship every person that is feeling stuck with personal branding. I just scheduled one more meeting. I can't believe that this is actually working like a machine. When you post that, literally the text testimonials, you make so much FOMO with your existing audience that they will be literally like, bro is making absolute results with those guys. Let's just send him a message. Let's see if we can work. Like, it's so easy to get more responses through your story and inbound DMs if you just make text testimonials like this. So it's so easy. Just tell your clients, hey, write me a short text testimonial. What's up, bro? I just want to tell you that I closed first deal with personal brand. It's the first week that I post for my personal brand and I had 2 meetings, 1 closed and 1 more is waiting. Results are shocking. And after this story, I booked so much calls and one of them was actually qualified to start working with me, and I started coaching with that one guy who responded to my story after uploading this simple text testimonial. It's so good. Like, people sleep on this. It's so good. Next up, if you're good, if everything is good here, if everything is working, go to scaling. We need to scale. If you're doing 10K, 20K per month, if you want to scale to 50, 70, 80, 90, 100K per month, like, you need to do meta ads, volume and top of funnel content, YouTube, very important, and you need to deliver on your back end. So first of all, meta ads. So I told you here, if you never run ads, run top of funnel ads to just get information into your ad account and then do retargeting campaigns. I can do a whole separate video on meta ads. Next up, volume and top of funnel content. So if you're already at 20K per month, for example, you already for sure have good systems, good backend, good content, whatever, but you don't have enough eyeballs on your profile. And at that moment, you need to do as much top of funnel as possible. So you bring new eyeballs. You need to make content that will go to masses and then filter them out through your DMs or through your stories or through your words in that content. So what I will recommend, to post as much as possible or to post as much as possible top of funnel. So if you're currently doing 3 videos per day, you can do now 6 videos per day, or you can do 3 videos per day, but make them top of funnel videos. So you get more eyeballs. And those guys who come to your profile, they will go back and watch the old stuff you had and they will be converted. So YouTube, the best conversion platform. With YouTube, you will make so much clients, bro. I had so many clients coming from my personal branding course that was totally free. And that was my actual lead magnet that I made for people to go watch and get some very good value and then later on book a call with me. So I had a lot of booked calls after that personal branding course. It was an hour long, but you need to be bringing value to YouTube. You need to be posting at least 4 to 5 times per week if you want to actually scale. So if you have 10K, 20K per month, you have money to invest in editors, you have money to invest in content directors, you have people who can work on your backend to make your YouTube look fucking amazing. And when you have amazing YouTube, you will bring so much quality leads, because just think of it. All the guys who want to scale, who want to build something big, go on YouTube and try to find information on YouTube, not on Reels and TikTok. Like, they go on YouTube to find valuable information. And the people who are making good money are watching YouTube. So you need to make amazing content on YouTube, and then you can literally make short forms out of your YouTube and literally add it into the volume and top of funnel content. So very important, you need to do at least 4 to 5 videos per week if you want to actually scale. The backend, the most important part next to YouTube. YouTube is very important, but the backend, very important. Maybe the first important thing, you need to have the right team, lead qualification, funnels set, SOPs, fulfillment, and everything. So the team is very important. So if you don't have a good team of, let's say, appointment setters, growth operators, content directors, sales reps, you don't have good structure. So you need to have your team being literally like a chain. They need to be doing everything at 100%. So you need to be doing at least 1 weekly call with your whole team to see who is doing good, who is doing bad, and eliminate those who do bad and improve your team, get the literally top players in the game, give them good salaries, so they will have that energy to work the best as possible for you, and it will return for you later on. So if you don't have, for example, content directors, if you're doing your content on your own, you're missing out because you're wasting so much time. If you don't have sales reps, you're not closing any meetings, and you need to be having amazing appointment setters so they can actually turn a non-believer into a believer and then into a buyer. So with team, you have everything. Next up, lead qualification. You don't want broke boys to come to your calls. You need to have something that will filter out all of the people who don't have money or that do fitness. If you do content, for example, like filter out all the people who are not your ideal clients through, for example, Typeform or lead qualification in DMs. Like you need to qualify people so you don't bring any random guy to your calls and waste time. Next up, funnels. What funnels do you have? You need to see if your funnel is working good enough. If your literally close rate is so bad, you need to fix your funnel. You need to see if your pre-call videos are good. You need to fix your, let's say, lead magnets if that show up rate is bad or whatever. Like you need to be fixing your funnels, very important. Check out your funnels, like track the insights of your funnels, see how many people convert, how many people book the calls, how many people show up, and see where are the holes in that funnel. So you fix those holes and you have an amazing funnel. Or maybe try out different funnels. Who knows, like maybe something will click for you. But try them for a few weeks or months to see if they're good enough. SOP is very important. So if you have a community, you need to have amazing SOPs, amazing video lessons, amazing SOPs for your team. So whenever you fire a setter, for example, you have a ready SOP so the new setter can watch and actually implement and see what that previous setter did, what that previous setter focused on and whatever, so he knows everything and you don't waste time on teaching him again. Very important to have good lessons and quality lessons in your community, because that community will be later on recommended and you can sell that community for a high ticket price, and people will feel very good return on investment in if you have good SOPs in your community, in your team and everything. So next up, fulfillment. What people see after they buy your coaching. Like you need to fix your back end, literally the everything I've been telling you here, you need to fix if it's bad. So you need to go back and check out everything I've been telling you here. So fulfillment, very important. So you need to improve the things people see after buying your stuff. They need to be greeted. They need to be treated like they're getting into a hotel, 5-star hotel. Like they need to be treated like they are fucking celebrities. So you need to make them feel good after purchasing, so they instantly get the return on investment after you have sold them. So after you've done that, they will for sure pay you again and again and again for years to come if you have good fulfillment and focus on actually delivering them results. So an all-in is tied back to Meta Ads. If you have one coaching deal signed today, you get, let's say, $2K, $3K, for example. Invest all of that, 2 to 3K, 5K, whatever, into ads. And trust me, that will be the best investment in your life, because you will get so many leads and you will get so many new coaching deals and services sold. So you will literally become a 7-figure entrepreneur in a matter of months. So that's literally how to get 5 times more revenue with your info product this month. So implement everything I told you here. Go back, watch the whole video again if needed to actually get this absorbed in your brain. Very important, track the insights of your profile. I didn't know I was screwed with my audience, so go check out that also. And if you want this Miro board sent to you, go shoot me a DM on Instagram, Miro, and I will send you this whole Miro board so you can actually track your own data and actually see what I've been talking about here. So if you want your content and personal brand to be scaled and actually make 10 times more revenue in the next 2 months, go book a call under this video and let's scale your personal brand to the fucking moon and make you so much more money. Let's go, man.